G'day legends, it's the Sunga Dutchman here. It's Easter long weekend and we've just had a bunch of family stay over at our house, and my little cousins, Tanjobis and Den, Nene and Hammer have eaten all my crayfish, so I am pretty keen to go out and get some more. Gonna meet Jono at the boat ramp, he's pretty keen as well. We know the viz is gonna be shit. Winds haven't been great where we are, and a little bit of rain, but yeah, not expecting much in terms of visibility. But look, me and John are both keen, so we're going to get out there, try our luck. You definitely won't get any crayfish sitting at home, so yeah, better be out there having a crack. So we will see you out there on the water. Cheers. When we jumped in, we were pleasantly surprised. We realised that the viz was a lot better than expected, so we just got a crack on and started searching for crays. It wasn't too long before Jono found his first cray and was having a crack. And as you see here, I was shining the torch on the cray so it lit it up and Jono could have a clean grab. But unfortunately this one just slipped his fingers and then did a bolt and went straight past me in the slips, and unfortunately this one got away. Not too long after that, I found my own cray after a bit of searching. So was quickly down for a bit of an investigative sort of dive just to see if he had any room to move, and you know, if I had a good chance at a grab, I was gonna go for it. After spending a bit of time sussing this cray out, I thought it would be best if I probably go and shoot a fish and use that to bait him out. I thought my chances might be a bit higher. He just had a bit of space and a bit too much room to move. Another trick that I like to use if the water's a bit dirty and I'm searching for crays is I like to take a drop anchor, and that way if you lose the crack from the surface, at least you can follow the float line down back to where your cray is located. After sourcing a bait fish, I went back to where the cray was located and did a bit of a breathe up. I always like to get as calm as I possibly can before I bait a cray, just because you don't know if they're going to be really interested and come straight forward, or if you're going to have to spend a bit of time down there to pique their interest. So yeah, I like to make sure I'm as relaxed as possible and then yeah, go in for the dive. As soon as I got him clear of the hole, he was onto me. He was digging his claws into my hands left, right and centre. So I spent the better part of about 2 minutes just trying to get his claws from out of my gloves and stop him from crushing my fingers.
Pretty good. Oh, yes.
as I was wrangling this cray off my hand, Jono had found a cray himself and had managed to pull it, so we were both one on the board, which was an awesome way to start the morning.
Let go. Yep, that's it. Yours bigger? Yeah, mine's a male, so it's quite chunky. Chuck it in. So that's how you hold them. That's the best way to hold them. Just. So just you want him.
Out there.
No. Put. We want to kick him forward like that and curve behind him.
Still same way.
Not after. Just want him to calm down. So almost bum to like back. You want them facing two different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, should be alright.
Alright.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Mate.
Good.
Yeah, buddy!
After a quick drink of water, we were straight back into it. It was really pleasing to see how actually clean the water was. We expected when we headed out that we were going to be rolling up into a bit of pus, so to see the water this sort of clean was just unreal. To come across these little Port Jackson sharks just chilling out and giving one a tickle. I love this sort of stuff, and when the water's this nice, it's fun diving. It wasn't too long before I managed to find another cray, and this was a really good sized bull. I reckon about 3.5 kilos, something in that range. But he was right up the back of this crack, and you had to go fully in with your body with your arm outstretched to be able to have a lunge. And when I did, I got only to the tip of his horns, and it was enough of a holding shot to actually get a good grip on him, and he managed to kick back out of my grip. After having a go at that cray and missing, I noticed that he sort of had nowhere to go. So although he wasn't gettable in the position that he was just too far back. I thought I'll leave him alone, and there might be a chance that he might walk forward, and then, I might be able to have a crack at from another angle. But in that time, Jono actually located a couple of crays for himself, and he called me over to come have a look, and I was getting ready to film Jono have a crack at grabbing some crays for himself. Now, in this crack, there was two crays sitting right next to each other. There was a big bull out the front and a smaller female behind him. And Jono was pretty keen to have a crack at the big bull. So he breathed up and then went down and had a crack. And you can see here when Jono goes in for the lunge and gets his hands on the horns of the big bull, that big bull just locks in. And unfortunately on this attempt, Jono, had a good go at him, pulling pretty hard, but wasn't actually able to free him up from the crack. He had just locked in hard. I had a quick chat with Jono, and I told him that the cray sort of has nowhere to go really. So if you leave him alone for a couple of minutes, he might relax enough for Jono to have a second grab and then be able to get him out. And while Jono was sort of just waiting for that cray to free up, I went and had another look at the cray that I had had an attempt at prior. I noticed that this cray had actually moved a fair bit forward, but even with a bit of fish guts in my hand, he was super jittery, and every movement that I did, he scooched back a bit. And coupled with the fact that the camera doesn't do it justice, but the boulder or the rock where I was positioned, I could get really close to him, but the boulder was sort of blocking my right shoulder for a good lunge. But I thought, stuff it, I'll have a crack, and if I miss him, I miss him. And unfortunately, on this occasion, I did. Now, although I missed my second attempt at this cray, Jono was actually lucky enough to go back to the one that he had left alone and have a second go at it, and this time he managed to pull that donkey out of its crack.
Hey, mate. Woohoo.
By this stage, we had managed to get 2 crays each, so we had bagged out and decided we're going to head home for the day. And what a perfect way to finish the day with a beautiful escort of a cute little pot of dolphins.
Yeah. So, Jono had a good day at the office. That is a sick as little Jenny, and that's a big boy. Happy with that, mate? Love it. Good on you, dude. And then I got one. That's my big boy there. Happy days. He's a good size. Not as big as Jono's, but you know, it's not about how big it is, it's how you use it. Yeah, anyway, good day out, and yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.
And that was our day done. So I hope you guys get the opportunity to get out there and get wet and have a little adventure of your own. Cheers.